Mount Lena, Oregon, 8 miles southeast of municipal. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall. This could injure those outdoors, as well as damage homes and vehicles. Roadways may become blocked by downed trees. Localized power outages are possible. Unsecured light objects may become projectiles. Locations impacted include Hagerstown, Thurmond, Emmitsburg, Municipal Stadium, Robinwood, Tanatown, Walkersville, Boonesboro, Smithsburg, Mount Etna, Mount Lena, San March, Wolfville, St. James, Halfway, Myersville,
Yes, I'm filming on my iPad.
New Windsor, Keatisville, and Woodsboro. Get indoors to protect yourself from wind and lightning. Trees around you may be down from damaging winds, so if you are near large trees, move to an interior room on the lowest floor. Don't drive underneath trees or in wooded areas until the threat has passed. Prince William and Warren in Jefferson, West Virginia. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a flood warning for urban areas and small streams in southeastern Washington County, north central Maryland, west central Montgomery County and central Maryland, southwestern Frederick County in north central Maryland, Loudoun County in northern Virginia, eastern Warren County in northwestern Virginia, southeastern Clark County in northwestern Virginia, northwestern Fauquier County in northern Virginia, northwestern Prince William County in northern Virginia, southeastern Jefferson County in the panhandle of West Virginia until 6:45 p.m. At 4:44 p.m., Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain which will cause flooding. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible. Some locations that may experience flooding include Frederick, Leesburg, Broadlands, Lansdowne, Brambleton, Harry Grove Stadium, Ashburn, Ballinger Creek, Purcellville, Brunswick, Walkersville, Braddock Heights, Middleburg, Round Hill, Harpers Ferry, The Plains, Hume, Oatlands, Delaplane, and Clover Hill. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Until 8 p.m.
It's been like 15 minutes since they issued this.
Strong thunderstorms were located along a line.
Actually, maybe it's a different
nautical
one.
miles north of Tidal Basin to 7 nautical miles west of Key Bridge, moving east at 15 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include North Point State Park, Chester River, Eastern Bay, Pools Island, Greenberry Point, Highland Beach, Sandy Point State Park, Gunpowder River, Severn River, Bloody Point Light, Thomas Point Light, Parsons Island, Fort Smallwood State Park, Hart Miller Island, Gibson Island, Bodkin Point, Tilchester Beach, Wharton Point, Love Point, and Naval Academy. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Frequent lightning is occurring with these storms. If caught on the open water, stay below deck if possible. Keep away from ungrounded metal objects.
What the?
The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Drum Point, Maryland. Chesapeake Bay from Sandy Point to North Beach, Maryland. Choptank River to Cambridge, Maryland, and the Little Choptank River. Eastern Bay, Pawtuxet River to Brooms Island, Maryland. Tangier Sound and the inland waters surrounding Bloodsworth Island until 8:30 p.m. At 7:39 p.m., a strong thunderstorm was located near Brooms Island, moving north at 20 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Greenwell State Park, Choptank River, Knapp's Narrows Bridge, Tillman Island, Black Onet Point, Cuckold Creek, Miles River, Drum Point, Herring Bay, Dares Beach, James Island, Flag Harbor, Calvert Cliffs, Poplar Island, North Beach, Brooms Island, Taylor's Island, Deal, and Shady Side. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from Pools Island to Sandy Point, Maryland. Chesapeake Bay from Sandy Point to North Beach, Maryland. Chester River to Queenstown, Maryland. Eastern Bay until 9:45 p.m. At 8:07 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Fort Smallwood State Park to 8 nautical miles west of Mayo to 10 nautical miles east of National Harbor, moving east at 15 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Magothy River, Chester River, Eastern Bay, Greenberry Point, Highland Beach, Sandy Point State Park, Severn River, Bloody Point Light, Thomas Point Light, Parsons Island, Fort Smallwood State Park, Pinehurst, Gibson Island, Bodkin Point, Love Point, Naval Academy, Baltimore Light, Roanoke, Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and Mattapeak. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes.
Come on, ring already.
Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from Drum Point, Maryland to Smith Point, Virginia. Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Drum Point, Maryland. Chesapeake Bay from Sandy Point to North Beach, Maryland. Choptank River to Cambridge, Maryland and the Little Choptank River. Eastern Bay, Pawtuxet River to Brooms Island, Maryland. Tangier Sound and the inland waters surrounding Bloodsworth Island until 10 p.m. At 8:28 p.m., a strong thunderstorm was located over Cuckold Creek, moving northeast at 25 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Choptank River, Nass Narrows Bridge, Tillman Island, Blacklenet Point, Sopman's Island, Cuckold Creek, Town Creek, Drum Point, Herring Bay, Dares Beach, James Island, Flag Harbor, Calvert Cliffs, Poplar Island, North Beach, Deal, and Taylor's Island. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected.